Hudson Township Board meeting. It is August 6th, 2025. You're starting at 4:30 Central Time. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to start with attendance. Everybody's here.
Anybody not here, say aye.
Fire territory meeting, we haven't had one. We didn't have one last month.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll update it on the next meeting. Financial report, I did send it out. I'm sorry, some of the members had trouble, or maybe I didn't attach the attachment correctly. But now that we've had a moment to review that, are there any issues with that? Do you need any more detail, or?
No, I accept it.
It's accurate.
May I have a motion from somebody?
Yeah, motion to use my pen.
Thank you. Motion to accept.
Motion to
possibly?
accept the financial report.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Now, also sent out the minutes. Any issues with that? Any corrections we should have?
No, I read through them. I motion to accept the minutes as printed.
Excellent. Second?
Second.
It's the same. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Now, we'll get going into old business.
Old business, I was assigned to check out power to the beach, which doesn't have an address to my knowledge, but I looked at the property next to it, and I had to get an address for the engineer. So anyway, you can read it. I spoke with Indiana Michigan Power, their call center, and I have an order number, it's written there, an account number. The engineer is going to contact the trustee, Austin here, in the next 3 days to meet and discuss the project. Now, I understand we have a pedestal to set the AD in. I don't know where that can sit, or by the, that's going to be up to the engineer, I think. That wire can come down from the light, and then I don't know if he'll take it underground, or if we got to talk to an electrician, or how that would work. But how are we going to get power to the box? So in your meeting, you got to discuss it.
Okay.
Okay, and so anyway, the order is out there, and you have an account number if we move forward. But Austin made the note that really we already have an account number for the light.
Yeah.
So we'll probably just add it to that, but anyway.
Okay.
And then I did ask about the power to the park. She couldn't help me out at all because it's already in the hands of the engineer. She did confirm the address is actually at the ball field,
Yeah.
which is a little further away from the pavilion, but anyway, that's the address they have on file. And so that's that.
Thank you, Rick. A couple items I wanted to discuss in old business. We discussed the sign at the beach. There is a curfew for individuals under 15 years of age. It is 10 p.m. All days of the week. So if individuals appear to be under the age of 15, you can always call the authorities to enforce that curfew. Individuals 15 to 17 years of age, the curfew is 11 p.m. on weekdays, and nobody under the between the ages of 15 and 17 can be out on the weekends from 1 to 5 a.m. So there is curfew in place. I just wanted to that's the state of Indiana, according to my Google search. I'm not a legal scholar, but that's what I found as far as curfew. That table.
But for adults, there's nothing.
Well, yeah, there's no curfew for adults. Yeah, to my understanding.
Why? What are you planning?
Well, just,
I'm just kidding, aren't I?
The issue was with,
Your friend or whoever you know.
The guy I know, the officer told him that he needed to start picking it up and get out of there.
He's probably just looking out for public property, and I mean, if he really wanted, he'd call me and he'd ask, hey, do you want to trespass this guy? I'm sure, and we'll have to decide how we want to handle that. But he's just looking out for public property, that public official, I'm sure. I do, really the purpose for this meeting being out of our regular schedule is that myself and Rick met with her name.
Amy with AWS, Amazon Web Services. I didn't know what AWS stood for, did you know? Amazon Web Services, anyway.
We had a meeting with Amy. She agreed to give us $10,000 for the improvement of the park, or not us, but to the township to do an in-kind donation. That's what it's called, for improvement of the park, particularly energizing it. The monies are going to be sent to HLCA as a nonprofit organization that is already signed up as a vendor with AWS. It's going to be easy for them to transfer the funds to them, and then they will be responsible for signing the check to the contractor that we choose.
One thing that I thought was interesting in talking with her, you know, they really want to do good for the community. It is the largest investment in the world by Amazon. That's what this place is, the data center. And they will employ 1,000 people. I've heard discussions, and you read social media, it's just all over the place. And there's a lot of people upset, but the fact is there's 1,000 people that's going to be employed there, and that doesn't include the contractors, which might equal that, if not more. So there's a lot of people that are going to be employed there. They want to just do good for the community. They want to improve the community for their workers. And she was out of Chicago. She was very nice, and she, you know, 10,000 is what she could just do. Because I said, hey, I want a splash pad at the thing. And I was kind of joking, but I gave her some ideas, and I said, the other thing is your playground equipment. It was donated, but it's older. We could use new playground equipment. Well, so she has these things noted to improve our community, but she could only do 10,000. And she said, interesting, because then Austin was saying, well, when can we come back for more? And she goes, well, give me a couple months, because when we get into the fourth quarter, we always have money we've got to spend. I'm like, great. So into the fourth quarter, we're going to go back and try and get some more money for anything else we might need. So right now it's $10,000. Along those same lines, I want you guys to take a look at this, because I'd like to, with that money, energize the park. This is a proposal for $94.50 to do what is outlined there. That is power to the well, putting in the panel, putting in the lights in the pavilion, and with the extra money, we need to document it. The other thing we need to do with this 10,000, because it's a gift, is we have to, we want to, it's through email, I think, that you and I will let her know how many people might be using it, what was it used for, what was the money used for, and then the extra, because we'll have 550 left over, whatever we think we might need. I originally thought maybe picnic tables, additional, but we might want to hold off and see what it's going to cost from Indiana Michigan Power to bring it in, right? Because that proposal is to take the power from the panel to the pavilion, to the well, outlets, and all that. But we don't know how much it's going to cost from the engineer to bring it in. Pat Feeney is the owner of that company, and he said he could get started August 20th, and he would work with Indiana Michigan Power to coordinate getting power to it. So I would like to make a motion to accept that and move forward with energizing the park.
What was the name of the company, please?
Sorry.
I didn't catch the name of the company.
Feeney?
PM Electric.
PM.
Where are they located at?
What's that?
Where are they located?
He is in Mishawaka. He used to be in LaPorte. He used to work for NIPSCO.
That's not Pat Feeney, is it?
Pat Feeney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know Pat Feeney from?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago.
Well, his wife worked at the
You have more than one.
at St. Joe.
one
At
proposal.
St.
No,
Anyway.
that's his company.
All right.
But
Make
you
a
need to
motion
look at
to-
one.
Second.
You have just one proposal for this work?
No,
got two.
this is a third one.
Okay.
Well, oh yeah, the numbers. This is a third.
We had two, and we had, I had two contractors that were gonna give us a quote, and then they came back and said, you know what, we just don't have time. We're too busy and we
With
can't.
Amazon.
It's very hard to find anybody to do anything right now, to be honest.
We have a motion, we have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
I will say that there could be an adjustment to this because there's some sort of wire underground that runs through the old shed
Yeah.
out there.
And he has a thing to find that. Whether it's usable, I think he has it from the shed. But the energy to the well is gonna come from the corner of the pavilion where
Right.
so, you know, he said he could start August 20th. When he confirms with me when that is, you know, I will let everyone know. We could all meet out there just to discuss what all is outlined there. But, you know, since we're gonna move forward with it, what we need to do is get that over to where the money's gonna be.
Yeah. I'll speak
Once the
to
money's
engineers.
confirmed there, then they can sign it and send it to deposit.
I will, I'm supposed to meet with her this weekend. I can drop this copy off to her to have signed it. And hand
And again, we're going just from across the road to the ship with,
to her. Yeah.
and what are we anticipating time frame?
Well, I think they have to add a power pole. You talking about I&M?
Yeah.
They
have
said
to
they,
have a power pole, don't
the
they?
engineer thought they'd have to put a new pole.
I don't know why,
I mean,
They said it would.
I
that
can't
was their
picture where the
clearance.
pole is.
There's a pole across the street from the.
Well,
the
that
shed.
should drape to the metal poles
That's what
that
I
they
said.
put in and then go in. You shouldn't need
That's
another
what
pole.
she had said, or I had suggested, and she told me they have to have a certain clearance over the length of the street, so that
over the street,
it would taper
yeah.
down. And,
So a pole on our side of the road?
Yeah.
Yes, I could see that.
I think he's putting the metal pole to the shed up high enough, but we'll have to
Yeah,
confirm.
it'll be
Well,
high
they need to
enough. It'd
coordinate,
have to be
that's
14
part of it.
feet.
Yeah.
He was gonna go 50.
If we ought to do it, I would think.
Didn't someone mention that if the power went overhead, they didn't charge it?
I don't
believe
know.
they do.
I don't know.
They didn't
Then-
charge what we just did it across the street from there when they put power in there.
Something to look into.
Yes.
Because that came up before. Now, if you run it underground, you're charged for that, but if they run it overhead,
The engineers did not want to run it underground, so she had suggested a pole, and I think that's, but again, I'm not gonna be, that'll be up to the engineer.
okay.
Glad we have that decided. Another little business item we had been talking about, the park and the parking lot there. I wanted to say, again, thank you Clark Keller. R&W Site Services LLC donated his time and some of his equipment to go out there and I guess drag the area. Wanted to give him a thanks for that. He also suggested that it's not a permanent fix. The issue at the park is that the plastic barrier has been disrupted underneath, that the rock was also laid too shallowly. He suggested that we think about getting just under 4 inches of rock, crushed rock for the area. I did the calculation with him and I came out with $1,500. He suggested we go to Smalls and said it would probably cost $1,300 or $1,380.30. And he offered to, once it was dumped there by Smalls, that he would bring out his equipment and level it out. So
Well, we
not
need
something
to have a
decided.
barrier put down.
Yeah.
You gotta have a barrier, otherwise the gravel and the dirt that's there, the weeds are coming back.
Right.
So you're
So-
talking on top of that?
On
What's
top
there?
of what's
That's-
currently there,
That's what
probably
he's
want to
talking
put down a
about. Why, you
tarp.
think we ought to grate that out?
I mean, it
To
should
get rid of it?
be,
Where do you put it?
I would leave it and then put the barrier
Add
on top and then
yeah.
just add to it.
That was my thinking.
Well,
It's not like it's gonna be raised up. If it goes up, when we're not going quite 4 inches, but if we go up 3 inches there, I mean, you're still driving, there's kind of a slope down from the road. I don't think that would be a problem, but something we want to consider. I'm not making a
Well-
motion to buy that from Smalls today.
No.
but Something I want to think about.
and we wouldn't without documentation.
Right,
So,
well, we
so
wanna
we
go
would,
Smalls.
so what I
Or-
suggest is that I'll make a motion to get a fixed cost from him, saying it's, 30 foot by 20 foot average at 4 inches thick, it's gonna be this much.
I don't think he wants to be doing contract work for us. He wants us to go and get the rock,
Oh,
and then he'll just donate
okay.
his time to spread, is what he had suggested. He's offering his expertise and
Well, I
donating
can,
his
I can measure it up and call Smalls and tell them to send me an invoice, or, not an invoice, but quote.
Yeah, did he recommend Smalls or Cape?
He said it was the cheapest, but you check into KFX if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, once,
Anybody
once,
else?
Stellar Limestone.
You know, the road is at an angle, so we can measure the center point of that angle, and then the width between the fences, we'll know square feet.
Yeah.
And then it's an easy calculation to get 4 inches thick on that.
It's just 8 by 10. 8 by 10, 4 inches thick. That's a yard.
We're doing math.
That's a
here.
yard.
And we're talking about,
And that's how they're
Cross
selling
rock.
is by 5 yard.
So what is that? That's
That's
probably
limestone.
3 yards? I guess
Yeah,
3
it's
yards.
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My son
Yeah,
just
but
had
it's
6
deeper
yards.
than 8. It's
My
probably
son just had 6 yards.
6
to his
yards?
driveway from Smalls, and it was $1,000.
6 yards?
Yeah, and it was, it's a lot of crap.
but did he get him, did he do a square footage there? Or did he
That
do
was his. I didn't put the numbers in my notes, but he had done, you know, his estimate and said you're going to need 40 tons of rock. He said would cover it.
We
And,
just drove by it. It's all brown now.
Yeah.
I mean, the grass was taken over. You couldn't even see the rock. Now it's all gold brown.
It's sprayed it.
So
Somebody sprayed it, yeah.
it definitely needs rock.
Huh. Well, that I don't want to again. Well, let's look into estimates and possibly doing that later. Let's table that. Other old business?
I'll go ahead and
Let's get a measurement.
I
We
can
see
work
how many yards
with
are
you and
correct.
figure out how many yards and get quotes from Smalls and K-Fix. So we'll have that for the next meeting.
Wonderful.
I don't know if we want to do anything this season, but we'll have it. Then we'll see how much rock goes up next year.
Well, at least get an idea, because
Yeah.
nothing's getting cheaper, so.
Mhm. Any other old business? Gentlemen?
I have another question about this electric project. We haven't talked at all about switches, plugs, what kind of lights you're talking about.
Yeah.
How are you gonna access this water, you know? You're gonna leave it on 24/7? Is it gonna be some kind of breaker? Is that gonna be locked up? I don't.
Yeah,
think the
it
current-
will be under a lock. He had explained it, and like I said, we could have another meeting before he does, so you can get all your questions answered. That's fine with me too.
With the water, you're saying with the well?
I think he'd be.
Oh, with the well and with the lights and the switches, plugs,
the-
for the pavilion.
Yeah.
He's
How we
planning
had-
on putting it on a timer, I believe.
Yeah, we could do that. How we had discussed
Oh,
it
the
was
lights.
having
The lights are going on a timer, I'm sure, is what I read in his estimate. So, you know, even if a kid turns, it'll be like a dial, where you get like, let's say a
Oh,
45-minute
turn
run
on
time,
and then they'll go off.
and then they go off.
Mm.
So it's not like somebody go flip them on, they'll stay on all night. They're on a timer.
I'm sure the water itself, I mean, I think the one that's currently out there, if that's operable and that's what we're gonna use, has a place where a lock would go through it, so you could lock the water, right?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna put the locks in the shed?
Keys to it?
It's a farm hydrant, yeah, it's got a lock
Doesn't have that?
where the handle comes down on the bottom and you can lock that out.
Yeah. I mean, it's something we're gonna have to consider as security for it as we invest into it further. Does that satisfy that for now?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I didn't think about that timer for the lights.
Yeah.
That's what the
Time to turn it back on, that's fine.
Yeah, it'd be like a dial, you know, and it clicks
My
back.
suggestion is can lights, nothing that's hanging
Hanging
out.
out.
Otherwise, those are just
Any,
easy to be broken.
any other old business?
I have a question about your
AEP or AEDs?
AEDs.
Yes. That's a question.
I know it's a great life savings piece of equipment, but I'm kind of concerned with putting one at the beach
Yes.
and having power, because I know that, you know, if that box needs to be powered, it also needs to be accessible.
Well, did you see the box in front of Monroe's? I didn't know it,
I didn't look
but
at
that's
it.
what he's talking about.
I know that, I just have a concern with the kids hanging out there, hey, watch this.
Right. Well, no, they couldn't get in. How do you get
Well,
into the
That's
thing?
it, is it that accessible?
Yeah, it just opens. I mean, I haven't opened the box
That's
and put
true.
it together myself, but I believe you just opened
And is
it.
there
So we were all
liability
excited.
there, you know?
We're all excited about the donation from LaPorte County, or where it came from LaPorte Health.
Heart safe.
Isn't it alarm?
Huh?
Isn't it alarm? I was under the impression that was alarm.
It's not connected to the internet. And I don't think there's satellite or anything on it, so I don't. I mean,
Audible, just an audible alarm?
Well, it has to be charged, you know, walking through it, you know.
It's meant to be serviced monthly to make sure that it's still operable.
I
mean, we
thought-
should
services
run
it.
it.
I'm concerned
Well, I'll
about
be
kids
responsible.
playing with it,
Well,
that's what
yeah.
I'm worried about.
I
Those
thought
things
this
are
one
dead.
here was alarm, to where if somebody actually did use the AED, an alarm got sent to the fire department. maybe I'm
Let's
wrong
check with
about
them.
that,
You should.
but I thought that was the case.
Well,
I'm not familiar.
that's a good point. Maybe we don't wanna spend the money. We don't have any idea. How much is it gonna be? Now, since we already have a light there though, it probably is not much for burning it in. But, yeah, I understand your concern.
Maybe do we have liability putting that there and have it just so someone can open it up and
Um,
grab these panels?
I mean, do you have liability from saving somebody from drowning? I think it's probably very similar. I don't believe you have
You
liability.
do if they say, leave me alone.
I didn't wanna get saved.
Did we get away from the idea of it going at the park?
Not, well, I still intend for it to be at the park once
There's
we get
two of
energy
them.
in.
Okay.
One at the park, one at the beach
Well,
was
you
the
had two
idea.
of them. I thought you only, you got two, so you'd actually have three total.
In the town, yeah.
So, I mean, we can meet with the engineer at least, that's all we're doing at this point for the beach, right? And see what they say, and then, I mean, it's not like you're gonna lock it, if you need to use it, you need to use it, but you don't want kids getting into
Enjoy,
it.
yeah.
No, I mean, you always
That's
have
true.
the risk of vandals pulling
See,
fire
last week,
alarms.
somebody tipped over that outhouse.
I wonder how they handle it right here in front of this place.
Somebody picked it back up.
Well, let's ask the fire department, what's the deal with that? Because I hadn't even considered liability for life-saving equipment.
Well,
What does the world come to?
we'll find out tomorrow. We've got the fire territory meeting tomorrow, so
Okay.
I'll ask
All
them.
right,
But I
cool.
thought that was alarm to if somebody actually opened the door and used it, an alarm was sent to the fire department.
Oh, well, that would be good.
That was in my head. I thought I heard it. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I was just dreaming. I don't
Well,
know.
it could have that device
Did
built
you hear
into
that
it.
somewhere?
Could, I
Okay,
don't know.
that's what I thought.
I'll
All
have
right,
to check
find
in the
out
specs.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
These are unique, they're different from, I believe they're different from what they have, but.
You might need, where they're from, the codes or whatever that is, so that they can link it to their system.
Possibly. I mean, my understanding is it gets dropped into the map on, I believe it's Pulse Point, which is an app that tells you where the nearest AED is.
Okay.
I don't know, I'd be shocked if there's technology in there that says, oh, somebody opened it, so let's send out an alert to EMS, although that would be very futuristic.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to use it, it'd be great if the,
EMS
paramedics.
Well, it'll walk you through it.
It does have step-by-step in there.
Yeah. It'll tell you.
Any other new business? No? Any public comment?
I got a question.
Absolutely.
When you said that they're giving you $10,000,
Yes.
it's going to Hudson Lake Conservation Club
Conservation Association.
Association?
Yeah, they're a nonprofit. It's an
Is there
in-kind.
something in writing that tells them they have to spend that 10,000 on the park?
They're gonna sign the contract
Yeah.
for the 9450, and then the remainder, I mean, it's understood, I don't know if we'll have.
You can't
Yes,
understand
Don't do
anything. If
that.
it's not in writing, they can do what they
That's
want with
fine.
that money.
That's
They will
fine.
take it.
I understand.
No, I mean, I don't care, but
I don't have a contract signed with them at the moment. I'm meeting with her this weekend. This was something that was discussed.
well, I just wondering.
It could be as simple
Not
as
at the time.
they're receiving on our behalf
Yeah.
this
But
much, and we will choose how
But
to
I would
spend it.
get,
Didn't
I would
you
get
s-
a legal document that says that.
He already checked the legal, and we're all good.
Didn't you
No,
say,
but I understand what you're.
didn't you say they're already on that vendor list of
Yes.
AWS?
And we want to get the yeah, we spoke
The
about.
conservation club.
Association.
Or
Association.
association, I was thinking the
Oh, I
building.
thought you were talking about
You know, I wouldn't think anyone would try to make a dirty deal since they're already considered a vendor with AWS.
Those are the people that poison our lids.
But,
There's always an attorney to sue somebody.
well, there always is.
All right?
There's always is.
There's always,
'Cause
It's
That's a good
it's
point.
something. It's a thought that crossed my mind, not because I have anything. I mean, just,
no, I'm not saying they would do it.
yeah, but I think your point is
But
it was should cross my mind.
There should be something in writing that
Yeah.
they have to use it for that
Mhm.
purpose.
And
That's
it
all.
would help you with your audit. You know, when
Yeah.
the State Board of Accounts looks at all this, they want to know that everything is very well defined,
Yes.
you know.
Well, the monies are not coming to the township. We are simply coordinating the dispersal of funds through AWS's vendor.
But still, if there's
I
money
agree.
left over,
Yeah.
there needs to be something in writing on
What that gets
on the-
used for.
Yeah, and
It's not
that
paid.
you can use it
Yeah.
for whatever you want, if you want to use it for gravel down the park or whatever,
Absolutely.
that you need
And
to
if-
have something.
I agree with that.
And
Protect
if
your
you, and if you
interests.
want, I need Sam next year for my beach. No, I'm
I
not
like that
kidding.
idea.
Kidding.
Oh,
Jesus.
now you're like,
I hadn't spoken to her yet, and we need to though, just to get her on the vendor contract, because they do a lot of good work. And you're talking about, I can never remember the name of that nonprofit,
Clothing care co-op.
Caring Clothing Co-op.
Yeah.
We want to get them on the vendor list because AWS. Anyways, yeah, we want to coordinate them getting together with
But
AWS,
at this point, so I understand, it's a go with.
HLCA. As long as she signs, my thinking is as long as she signs this, I'm good to move forward with that option. Now you guys are making me reconsider if I need to write a note that says that you have to hold that money and retain it.
I can help
I
you
don't think-
draft a simple document.
Yeah, I don't think
You
that'll
can
be a
legal
problem. We
verify
can do
it.
that. I don't think it'll be a problem to do that.
let's hope so.
I mean to have really good relations with HLCA. Georgia Joyce has been really kind to me, offering help with this, but I hear your concerns and there were concerns I had initially. Is there any other public comment? Thank you so much for that. If there's nothing else for today's meeting,
Motion to adjourn.
a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you and have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks.